One of the great things about writing the new book is the fact that I actually really enjoy writing it. And I suppose if you enjoy it and you enjoy the content, well, that's half the battle. And in the first couple of pages, I have a whole section on kind of places and place names and maps and things like that. But I have two pages on a little verse. And it's an interesting one because a lot of people don't realise I use this page, Folklore.ie, as a research space. I use it as an open studio. I put up stuff and I'm sounding out things. I'm figuring out what's local, what's not local. And a couple of years ago, didn't I share this little verse that I heard growing up? And it was a verse that said, here it goes. In Clahaman town of high renown there stands nor church nor steeple, but on every door there stands a hoor to mock the daycent people. Now that's no reflection of the poor people of Clahaman, right? But it's a little verse that I would have heard and people would have told me they would have heard it as well. And when I shared it on the page, on the folklore page, here what turned up are all these. So these are from different people that would have commented on my on the verse, right? So here's another one from Wexford. To sweet Clonroach I did approach, there stood nor church nor steeple, but in every door there stood a whore to ridicule the daycent people. And another one from Wexford. As I walked down through Baldwin's town, where there is neither church nor steeple, in every door there stood a whore, looking out at daycent people. While up in Mayo, there is a tower in Ohagower, and a church without a steeple, and a rake of whores hanging over half-doors, looking down on daycent people. In Roscommon, in Frenchtown Park of great renown, a church without a steeple, at every door there stands a whore, looking out at daycent people. Mead, the town of Trim, it looks so dim, and oh so grey its steeple, and every door there stands a whore to view the daycent people. Up from Monaghan, in Emmy Vale, sweet Emmy Vale, without either church or steeple, in every door there stands a whore, looking out at daycent people. And it's lovely because, I tell you what, I just put these little verses down in how they were sent to me. Change them a little bit. There's different spellings of whore, by the way. You've probably noticed that. And that's just the nature of it is. We say whore, right? Well, I spell a whore. More people spell a H-O-R-E, but that's neither here nor there. Kildare, lads. Ratangan town, which I know well. Ratangan town without a noun. The church without a steeple. The biggest whore outside the door, making little of daycent people. And Jesus had one in Kilkenny. Mullinavat, the dirty rat, the chapel without a steeple. Mullinahone, the dirty hole, disgracing the Callan people. And the Kerrywise. Knockanure, main and poor, a church without a steeple, liars and whores hanging over half-doors, talking about decent people. Back to Kilkenny, lads. God frowns down on Kilmacow and its church without a steeple, full of hungry whores behind half-doors, looking out on decent people. Kildare. Oh, sweet Ballytor, there stands nor church nor steeple, but in every door there stands a whore to criticise the decent people. Back to Tip, in Gortahu, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, in Gortahu, as I passed through, without church or steeple, there stood a whore in every door to mock the decent people. And Ballyporeen, this is Kerry, Ballyporeen is a dirty town. Sorry, people at Ballyporeen. Ballyporeen is a dirty town, a church without a steeple, a heap of dung at every door, and very saucy people. It doesn't really rhyme, but someone's making a dig at someone. And Westmead, Ballynagore, it is no more, with neither church nor steeple, but at every door there is a whore to mock the decent people. We're getting there, lads. A few more now, right? And Tipperary, Borrisacane, which I know well. Borrisacane without a lane and a church without a steeple, where ignorant whores look over half-doors, criticising decent people. And this is the ones in Wexford, down in Bridgetown. Jeez, in South Wexford they were fairly poetic, all right. They were stretching out the words. Here we go. Bridgetown, dear old Bridgetown, with your station and your mill, your stalwart 4 policemen leaning on the windowsill. Bridgetown, dear old Bridgetown, with neither church nor steeple, but in every door there stands a whore to laugh at decent people. That's very amateur drama, isn't it? I know the person who sent me that, by the way. And the last one, finally, a man called Tom Dillon from Kerry. I was chatting to Tom there only a couple of weeks ago, and he shared this with me. And he said he puts it down to a legendary poet in North Kerry called Paddy Drury. Came up with a place called the Bog Lane, came from a place called the Bog Lane in Knockanure. So this is Paddy's version. Knockanure, but main and poor, a church without a steeple, and whores looking out half-doors, criticising decent people. And he says there are many more verses had to follow this, and the story goes that Paddy denied making up the rhyme, and which was so critical of his native place, and instead came up with this one in praise. So here's now Paddy now licking up to the locals, right? Knockanure, both rich and pure, a church needs no steeple. Its every sod was made by God, and likewise all its people. Old man Paddy, that's it. Get out of jail there, Paddy. So here it is, lads. That's the Folklore of Wexford. That's just 2 pages I showed you. Literally 2 pages. It's packed of stuff. Local stuff like that. Stuff that you will enjoy. Get your copy, lads, will you? Do me a favour. €15. That includes free postage in Ireland, and then whatever it costs then to post it to England or America or Canada or Newfoundland or wherever in the world you are. So do me a favour. Buy this. It's volume 2. And it's, if you like what I do, you like that. And it's good to have stuff that's printed down, lads, because we're seeing so much stuff on the internet and we won't have a hard copy in years to come. So do that, lads.